Okay, welcome to tape 2 of our Muay Thai tape series. And tape 2 is going to get into a little more applications. We're going to do some clinching work. We're going to do some pad work. We'll do some bag work, some of the essential stuff you need to do to be a fighter and to keep going in this martial art. Okay, good luck with it and train hard. Okay, Muay Thai stance. Muay Thai stance, a little different than a boxing stance, a little different than karate or gung fu stance. Okay, you will always find different schools of Muay Thai that will stand and move and do techniques differently, just like you will see different boxing trainers and camps do things differently too. Okay, I can show you the way I learned. Basically, the stance can be one of two ways: either the legs bent, hands up, open, right? Hands closed, or hands out more too sometimes, right? If you're going to throw a teep kick or a push kick, usually the weight is light on the front leg, right? If you're going to throw a rear round kick, the weight is light on the rear leg, right? And you do this, you transfer your balance without letting someone know you're going to do that. But sometimes you don't care. Sometimes they do like this. They can left round kick, or they can left teep, right? It doesn't matter. Okay? Occasionally we'll go with a fist type of situation. Not that often though, because in Muay Thai there's a lot of grabbing, a lot of parrying of kicks, a lot of grabbing to clinch also. When you use the punches, right, the hands are open, but they're just closed to punch. And back open again. And that's just something that you adapt to in time, but the hands are usually open for grabbing and parrying. Now we're going to go through some of the basic techniques and weapons in Muay Thai. Okay, when you're standing, all right, in your stance, a couple ways to defend against punches, and one is some of the covers that they use, okay? So if you're working with your partner, right, they're throwing a punch, and we're up, punching the elbow, left hook comes, right? You can cover like this, one hand up, other hand kind of straight arm. If you can, you straight arm the shoulder to stop it from coming in. Same thing, the right punch come, right? I can do the opposite thing. I can do the same thing here, or I can cover this one across, right? So you got off the left hook, up here, right cross, like this. Now what this does is it still leaves you in kicking range, right? If I was to do something right here, say a jab comes, right, and I flip it over here, or even if I parry, right, I'm in kicking range, but what this enables you to do is to go into kicking range and also go into clinching range too, because you're getting closer. And sometimes you don't have time to move out of the way, to use your footwork. And this is one of the defenses that you see in Muay Thai. So, Pat, just go ahead and throw a couple of punches at me again. Important to keep your head down. Keep your head down when you cover. Okay, chin down, but you still look through your glove. This blocking and covering, okay, stuff. In Thai they call somoganak, means to put your helmet on to protect you, right? Those are the different methods they use to do that. Okay, next we're going to go into leg blocks. Okay, leg blocks Different ways to do it. There's a couple different leg blocks. I'll go through them with you real quick. Right? Leg block off a teeth kick or a straight teeth. Boom, the teeth comes, you just lift straight up. All right? Boom. Okay. Same thing off a side kick too. Throw it off side kick, right? Straight up. If they kick that a couple of times, they won't want to do it again. If you fight a guy with a good leg block too, it deters you from trying to kick his leg over and over. The leg is very easy to hit, right? It's the closest thing, and it's hard to defend against. And a guy with good timing can put his leg kicks together very well, right? The most common is kicking your front leg. Okay? To do that block, I will lift the leg outward at an angle. Some guys will point the foot down. They say it's more target area for blocking. I personally don't like that because when your foot is up, curled up, you have not only the bone as a blocking surface, but the muscle. You can see the muscle flexing. Sometimes they do exercises where they'll walk on the heels, right, to make that. Shin conditioning is not only the bone itself, but the muscle behind the shin that makes it hard. The top of the shin is what's used for blocking, right? The bottom is for kicking. If you raise the leg too high and they kick to the bottom, it's a weak block. If you lift it just right to hit the top of your shin, it's a strong block. It deters them from kicking over and over. Really, a textbook block has the arms moving, right? So you have one full surface to cover. This arm stretched out to keep from moving in, right? Boom, that's like the textbook way to block. Boom. You don't always have time to do that. The kick comes at you real fast. Fighter has good timing. You just have to lift and block. So that's the most basic way. If Pat goes to leg kick to me, right? Okay. Now, for the inside leg kick, I do what's called a cross block. Cross block, I'm going to block across. Hit, move the leg across. Whoop, just across. Right? Inside leg kick comes, lay up. Okay, we're going into some rear leg blocking. Rear leg blocking, a little more advanced. It's a little tougher to do than your front leg. Start off easy to block with your front leg. Use that. Rear leg, a little more complicated. Also, it's a little more dangerous. If you get someone with a rear leg cross block, I saw a guy get his leg broke like that before. Especially if they really step into it, it is pretty dangerous to use defensively. To someone, but works real well. Okay, if Pat goes to kick on my rear leg, right, I can lift it here, right, and that's a rear leg block. Right, if he does this too, the same thing. So to kick the rear leg, right. I can also cross leg block with the front leg too. Okay, so it doesn't matter. Just like if he kicks to this leg with his rear kick, I can block with this. Right? I can also cross leg, rear leg block. Right? If I happen to get in tight, he goes to kick. Boom! I catch it on the inside of the leg here. It's usually one or two of those, and you won't be kicking anymore. So dangerous block, very efficient. Okay, defensive evasion techniques. Okay, evading. One, I like to call it rock back. I don't know what they call it in Thai, but hands are up, right? Body stays stationary, and the body just rocks back on the torso. Keeping the hands up, right? If you have the hands down, I still might catch you, okay? Also, same thing. with the midsection. Hands up, out of the way. Comes to the midsection. Out of the way. Feel good balance. Feet. Right? Out of the way. Right? Out of the way. Move. Out of the way. Okay, you're going to do it and apply it working with a partner. Right? And they throw like a hook punch or any punch at you. You rock back out of the way. Right? Throws a couple of hooks. I'm still in position. Right? To counter. You right? Go ahead and get close to that. Right? Yeah? Just right out of the way. Good timing. Right? Then when you counter, use this as a rocking motion to rock back in. Right? You're out and you're in, building power. Right? So he comes in with a hook, right? I counter. Yeah? Yep. Even if the kick comes, it doesn't have to be a punch. Kick comes to your head, right? Counter. You can do other counters too. Now left kick too. Okay, so you got that. Hook. I lock that. Boom. Boom. Okay. Right kick. Rock that. Off the hook. Okay, I'm going to rock back. Cross. Left kick. Okay. Off the kick. I'm going to rock that. I'm going to rock that. Now, midsection. Pat going to come up, throw a teep kick at me, right? I just hollow my body out. Still keeping balance. Counter, I'm already wound up. So I probably throw a knee off of that, right? Go in. Okay, good. Evasion of the feet, the footwork, right? They go to kick the leg. Stay next. Go and move. Move. One step and slide. Go left inside kick. Same thing. A little bit harder to counter with this one, but it's a good evasive move to get out of the way. Throw, cross at me. Right? Right? Move off, right? And you kick the leg. Cross. Kick the leg. Right? Okay, parrying technique with the hands. One of the reasons see a Thai fighter with open gloves a lot too. A lot of parrying going on, grabbing. Okay? Let's start out with just the parrying of the jab. Similar to boxing, I mean, we'll all use the same thing. Right? Jab come. I'm going to parry with my rear hand. Right? Not making too much of a big deal. It's not really a block either. Right here. Okay, a lot of counters with it. Right? If the cross comes, right, I'll parry with my front hand, move my elbow right up here. I use the elbow to kind of take the hit. Right? Put the head down. Right? Right. Okay, off the kick. Teep kick. Front teep kick comes. Right? Carry out. Move a little bit to the side. Right? rear teeth come. Right? I can parry it this way. Right? Move to the other side. Right? Or I can go catch this way too. Right? A lot of different counters for that. Okay, parrying techniques. Some other blocking techniques, a little bit more advanced. Two-hand block off a round kick if you don't have evasion time, and also the grab of the middle kick, which they call plow technique, or in Thai they call tai na, where they throw them into the rope, usually ends with a knee or a kick, right? With the high round kick coming to the head, to the high round kick coming to the right head, boom, one hand block, the other one off, right? High round kick. Left arm, one hand covered, the other one out, right? Left. Okay. Body kick, right? Body kick comes, I move out, I grab, right? If I get on the end of the leg, right, I can turn. I make like a lock, right? If he's a little bit closer and kicks, I move out and get closer to the knee joint, then you can turn also, but you can actually make a takedown out of it. You know, and throw the individual off of that type of technique. Counters for the parrying after you parry, countering it. Okay? So we come out off the jab, right? If you're going to jab me, I'm going to parry with the rear hand, right? Off of this, right? I'm going to parry off of this, boom, leg kick, right? I can also parry with the front hand off the jab and leg kick off of that too, right? So it doesn't matter. It's up to me. Either one, right? You want to make it a quick rhythm because when he's leaning forward, his weight is going on that leg, right? So it's going to be an easier target. Also, coming off of the jab here, right? I'm parrying, right? I'm going to come in over the top with a cross, right? So when the jab come in, before you can pull it back, even if it comes back, you still get a piece of it, right? Or come back, jab comes, right? And you jab back too. Right? You can take the jab, off the jab, hook, up the elbow. Right? Jab, up the elbow. Right? Off of the rear elbow. Off of that too. Hook. Right? You can come in off of that left elbow. Okay? Right? You can come off of that left knee. Yep. Okay? Countering the cross. Right? Cross come off of here. Low kick. Cross. Left body kick. Yep. Knee. Yeah. Right? Teep kick. Pairing the push kick and counter. Right? Off of here, the teep kick comes. Parry. Let it set down. Leg kick. If you don't let it sit down, he's going to block it. Right? If I come here, boom, I get too antsy and I try to kick too soon. He's not stupid. He's going to keep it up and block my kick. Boom. Right? You're going to be smart about that. You come in, boom, set down. Timing. Or you can come in to kick the rear leg. Whoop, I grab. I come off of here, boom, right? I'll go ahead, got you down. Easy, take it out. Boom, right? Real easy to use to take them to the ground with that. Rear leg keep. So we carry out this way. Round kick. Right on the body or on the arms. A lot of times in Muay Thai they kick to lots of the arms. Guy can't punch. It's like getting hit with a baseball bat with the shins a lot of times. Rear leg keep. Step out and wound up. To the head or to the glove. Right? With the round kick. Okay, defense against the body kick. One thing I'd like to emphasize on grabbing a kick, okay? When you fight against a Thai fighter, it's not a good idea to just stand there and take the kick and grab it. You move out a little bit to dissipate its power. It's like when a boxer takes a body shot, moves a little bit, take a little bit of steam off the punch. Same thing with the kick. Like if he's going to come in and kick me, right, I'm not just stand there and take the whole brunt of it just to catch the kick. He would break my ribs, knock you out. Right? You move out a little bit, out of the way. Takes a lot of steam out, right? Right here, I can cross. What I can do too is pull him closer to me. Oh, boom, and then throw. Right? Pull him off balance a little bit too. You can get him in here, reach, grab the neck. Right? From here, you can knee. Right? You can low kick. I can throw out, high round kick. Okay? So you come in, off the kick, come in, right? Pull toward you, punch, grab, right? You can low kick here too. I can switch my leg. Knee, push. Throw them to the rope sometimes with a flying knee, right? Those are the ways they can handle that type of technique. Okay, we're going to work on the 50-pound boxing bag. Okay, the heavy bag. A little more movement out of it, mainly with the hands. We can use knees on it too. Not as hard as a sandbag. A little easier on you. A lot more movement on it, so you can do a little footwork with it. Mainly use it for punching, footwork, elbows too. In Muay Thai, you're going to coordinate your hand work with your elbows, so you can do a lot of hand work too. There's a myth about some of the Thai boxers not being as good with their hands. Well, that may have been the case like in the old days, but anymore, there's a lot of Muay Thai fighters that are also involved in Western boxing. It's called Muay Thai. They just cover a lot more techniques. It's not just hands, there's elbows, there's clinching and kneeing, there's kicking. So it may seem like you don't punch as much. Okay, the punch is not as highly regarded of a knockout technique as say a kick on the neck, they call it, takedown call, or even a knee knockout or an elbow knockout. It's just a little more dramatic in the ring, and the Thais seem to like it more. But the hands are being polished quite a bit more. Most of the fighters too, they work with a boxing trainer, they work on the hands. The hands are real important to open up for the kick. Right? And the kicks also open up for the hands too. And we'll start off on this 50-pound bag. Right? Just move it around, punching on it, jabbing, putting your punches together, moving a little bit. Alright, moving. Using elbows too, same thing. Alright, come in. That's 50-pound bag. Okay, another type of bag used in Muay Thai that you see quite a bit, they call it banana bag. after the banana trees in Thailand, mainly because it's a longer bag, 6 foot in length, about 200 pounds. The best thing about this type of bag is you can hit it in different places. You can hit it high, you can hit it low, but really what its main usage is perfecting your leg kicks, because you can kick it real low. Again, the hard part of it settles at the lower part of the bag too. So the lower you kick it, the harder the bag will get, right? But you want to aim. A lot of guys mark their bags like this: head, body, leg. Right? See, it's about on the thigh. This is the target you kick on the leg. You don't kick on the leg joint because the leg will just bend, right? It doesn't do the job. You kick right on the thigh. You kick the inside of the thigh. You can also kick below the joint of the knee on the inside. You can kick it on the outside too, not directly on the joint, so you get a bend. Here, right? You time your kicks on a leg kick too. They call it jat yang in Thai. Make a flat tire on the car, right? When the foot steps down, boom, you land your timing to kick like that. Okay, we'll do some stuff on the banana bag, right? Some combinations of punching and kicking, and give you an idea how I use it. First, starting out with some low kicks, right? On the banana bag, step out. Higher. Combo. Punch, kick, push kick. Put your combinations together. Be creative with this stuff. Thai pads for stamina. The Thai pad work not only builds technique, but it builds stamina in the fighter. What you need to develop in your pad holding is a live situation, like you're sparring or fighting with the person you're training. To do that, you're basically going to hit at them, kick at them, use the proper equipment to do that, to avoid the injury, and to let the other person use full power when they're doing their kicks, their punches, their knees, their push kicks, elbows, etc. Also, we have some specific drills that we use for developing stamina in Thai pad training. One of them is a whole round of clinching and kneeing and nothing else. Another thing that's done quite a bit is multiple kicking at the end of a round. You'll go around, they'll freelance you, do a lot of different things. At the end, you end with 10, maybe 20 kicks in a row. Sometimes you get warmed up and you really want to burn it out. You start with the multiple kicks at the beginning and then go through your techniques, your combinations, whatever the pad holder has you do. Then you end with multiple kicking again also. You can do that too. There's also different types of drills that are done. I developed one drill. It's real simple. I call it a 4-4 and 4 drill. 4 punches, 4 kicks on each side, clinch, 4 knees. You do it over and over again. You do it 10 times in a row, it's a good workout. It'll build a lot of wind. Start off with just 5 times in a row, 3 times in a row. It doesn't matter, okay? It's basically a strength and stamina building tool, okay? And we'll go ahead and do that right now. stamina with the Thai pads is done not only by doing a bunch of kicks, a bunch of punches, knees, quickly for a long period of time, but you'll find this out when you do a lot of sparring or fighting too. Street fighting, sparring, whatever. Wears you out when you get hit, right? When you take hits, it depletes your energy too. It also can change your mind a little bit. You take a good shot, sometimes you need recuperation time. You don't always have it, okay? So we get used to taking hits, blocking, defending on them. One basic exercise for doing that, blocking the leg kick, and a punch to the head, and countering with your own round kick, which we'll do right now. You're going to come in. When you get into using a freestyle live situation with the pads, your trainer's going to push you a little bit to build stamina. Taking hits, freestyle means we're not really planning nothing out, right? You're going to come at me with punches, and then I'll cover, counter in various ways. Okay, just to show you kind of how you're pushed and you're taking hits, wearing down your stamina, and then your counter. And this simulates real fighting. Again, sparring does differ from this in that if you're sparring in your gym, most of the time you're not going to go 100% against your buddies, your guys in the gym. But on the pads, you're going full out. So that's kind of the way we train. Sparring is used for timing. Pad work is developing power and fighting ability, stamina, all that kind of stuff. So, okay, here you go in here. Yeah. Okay, usually at the end of a Thai pad training, it's like the end of a Muay Thai fight, you wind up with clinching and kneeing. What we do a lot of times, and it's really tiring, is complete rounds of clinching and kneeing, usually several. The pulling of the partner is tiring also and strengthening the upper body, and the over and over kneeing and kneeing and kneeing cardiovascularly is wearing too. The trainer too, you got a strong neck. They're not easy to move around like a rag doll either. So that's another factor involved to build strength and stamina both at the same time. Okay, we'll go ahead and start with that. Okay. Okay, Muay Thai sparring. Muay Thai sparring is usually done somewhat light, okay? Why? Because we work timing. Like I said before, you work the pads 100% power, right? And timing too. But the sparring is done putting your techniques together, using your timing, reacting off the opponent. Clinching and kneeing is also done when you get in close. It's different between kickboxing and Muay Thai sparring. We don't really use the elbows in sparring too much unless we have headgear on. Okay? I would recommend wearing headgear unless you've worked with the opponent before and you kind of know each other, you know someone you can work with. Okay? If it does get a little more heated, or you're boxing where you're taking a lot of punches to the head, definitely headgear is recommended. Mouthpiece. You should also wear a mouthpiece when you spar. Shin pad, good idea. Okay? More experienced guys can go without shin pads. Their shins are more conditioned. But even the more experienced fighters, a lot of times wearing shin pads, good quality shin pads, take the wear and tear on their shins. Take the wear and tear off them, rather. You know, having a knot or a sore, tender shin makes you real tentative of using that leg. You won't want to kick with it. You won't want to get kicked with it. Okay? You want to keep your shin strong and fresh, like a fresh piece of lettuce, where you can use it. You're not going to favor it. You're not going to be afraid to get hit there or to hit someone else there with it. Okay? We're going to move around a little bit, use punching and kicking, do a little clinching and kneeing in with it too, and give you an idea how Muay Thai sparring is done. Okay, clinching and knee techniques. Sparring is done in clinching and kneeing just like kickboxing and boxing. Now some of the techniques that are done in the clinching and knee range are much like wrestling. Okay, I don't want to say they're holds, but they're position that one gets to vital position to throw the knee and have the opponent a lot of times off balance too, and to make it hard to block. There's blocking the knees with the legs, there's offsetting the opponent, and there's ways to get into this clinching position. Okay? If Pat and I were to square off, a few things that I would do to get into clinching position is one, I would come in, right, I'd go long range, right, into it. On the top of the head, and knee. Another thing is feeling the arms. Coming in with the knee. Feel the arm out to get in. Then clinching and locking. Right? Now, sometimes you may go for a lower position. Clinching here. Lift the arms up a little bit. Clinch underneath the arms. Right? One hand low, one hand high. Twist. Knee. Down here, pull opponent in this position. Knee to legs, inside, lift, and knee to the body. Sometimes you get the opponent in here, say I pull to this side. Knee. I twist and turn in this position. Knee, right? Sometimes I get in here, lock the arm. Knee up in here. He locks on my neck. I might get in here, push the arm up. Lock both hands. Knee. 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 Can knee the leg, lean back. Boom. Knee into the leg too. Also, there are techniques where they bump with the body too. Get in close, knee a little bit tighter. A bump here and pull. Come on down. Knee, right? Circle position. Pull. Straight knee. Okay? Much like wrestling, a lot of movement and going for positioning. Now, one thing about throwing the knee too, the side knee, okay, if you watch it closely, yes, we both lock, right? I'm too close to throw the straight knee. I can't really get much. So I throw the side knee. Some people, they just lift and hit. It's no good. You throw the knee out, bring it down inward to the body with a point, a little bit of jump sometimes too you can use. Out, hit, out, hit, out, hit. Straight knee back, pull. Right? Out, and hit. Out, and hit. Okay, there's also the flying knee, which is jumping and airborne into the opponent. There's also the side grab, which is another clinching technique. Side grab, so you can see it. When I come into here, I grab on the side, grab it, cover, knee, right? You can do it on the other side too. In, right? Knee. I don't let go, but I go into a clinching technique now. Right? Okay? When you're clinching, you keep one hand on the opponent. You don't let go and leave yourself open. Right? That's not, it's not a safe way to approach that type of technique. Okay, flying knee. It's not necessary to jump really high. Okay, unless you want to go for head level. But you want to chest level, flying knee. Right? And the technique applied, they call Thai Na. Okay? Knee sparring, clinching knee sparring, Real good stamina builder, strength builder. So good for shoulders and neck, especially harden up the body also. Sometimes they call it neck wrestling. Sometimes they call it plum, and they grab the neck, okay? And you work with a partner on this. Sometimes we do a thing called round robin. Round robin is when you go around, maybe 2 rounds with one person. Another fresh one comes in, you go with them. I usually do that when you're training for a fight. Real tough conditioning to do that. Patrick and I will show you some basic neck wrestling, knee sparring stuff here. Okay, going for position and knee. Okay, we're going to get into the culture and philosophy of Muay Thai a little bit to make you a more complete practitioner of this art and to show respect to the people that we learn from and the people that have made this martial art evolve into what it has, and to let us here in the States and all over the world make the founders of it proud of us too, as much as we can. First of all, I'd like to talk about the Y crew ceremony that is done before the fights. Really, in my opinion, you're not doing Muay Thai unless you do the Y crew before you fight. Although people learn its techniques, and they do it real well too. To really be complete, learning the culture is important. It also gives you the rhythm of a Thai fighter, which is a little bit different than just being a kickboxer or a boxer. It is a little bit different. There are different types of Y crews. Y crew means a Y, which is the symbol of respect and greeting that one gives an older person or someone out of respect. Crew is the teacher, respect to the teacher. That's the basic meaning of it. The Y crew is done on the ground. Okay, when you do the standing up parts of the ceremony, they call it Ram Muay, boxer's dance. Muay Thai means Thai boxing. Okay, Ram Muay, boxer's dance. There's many different types of Y crew. Okay. A lot of different camps have different ways to do it. Different areas of the country do it differently. The Burmese, the Cambodians, they have different Y crews. Also, there's different things that they add and whatnot. I'm going to show you basic Y crew. It's pretty common too, but there are many variations on it. It's called Pumsina, the angel with 4 faces. You see they go to 4 corners, they face 4 directions. It really has to do with protection, watching your back, and has to do with respect to the teacher, has to do with respect to your family, has roots in Buddhism, and it's just a good warm-up before the fight to center yourself and to give you a feeling of spiritual security. to a certain extent. You see the Thai fighter wearing the headpiece, armbands a lot of times. The headpiece they call Mong Kong. Mong Kong is worn while doing the wide crew and Ram Muay. Then the trainer takes it off. You see him pray in the corner, remove the Mong Kong. They say they speak in a holy language they call Bali language, and remove the Mong Kong. The armband they call the papajit is almost like a talisman or a good luck charm or an amulet. Usually all this stuff is blessed by the Buddhist monks. Okay, I'm just giving you an overview so you can understand what these things are for. As far as the history of Muay Thai, one of the most famous things that you'll hear about in Thailand is the story of Nikanom Thom. Nikanom Thom, in the history books, talked about a lot. He's really the hero of Muay Thai. He's captured by the Burmese in the war between Thailand and Burma. And being a soldier and a great fighter, they worked out some sort of deal where he fought with the greatest Burmese warrior, and they would decide the outcome of the war. Well, fought with the first one, killed him. Go to the next one. This was back in the day when they were fighting with the rope and the broken glass and the glue and all that stuff that you maybe heard stories about. Well, true story. And one after another, up to 9 the Burmese fought with them, and after that point, they decided the outcome of the war, and even the Burmese king decided, hey, there must be something to this Muay Thai stuff. I'll start, training in it. We'll start training in it also, which brought about the deep-rooted pride that you see in the Muay Thai fighter and the development of the heart, okay, which is important in any fighter, is to have heart, okay. This is one of the main things that we're striving here by doing this, is have a deep-rooted emotion, heart, and feeling towards what we do. Thanks for watching tape 2. I hope you guys got a lot from it. Stay tuned for tape 3. We're going to get into a lot more good stuff. So stick with it. Train hard. We'll see you.
Since 1984, INI Sports has featured the largest selection of paintball equipment, martial arts supplies, boxing gear, and custom knives. And with discounts from 10 to 60% off, there's no reason to shop anywhere else. So stop by or call us today. Visit any of our 3 Southern California locations 7 days a week. The stores to serve you in West LA.